On South Africa's Indian Ocean coast, Durban is inundated. Up to 25,000 people have descended for climate change talks, some to participate, others to apply pressure and protest. The science tells us climate change is getting worse. Yet 2 years ago in Copenhagen, global heads of state gathered and failed to forge a deal to limit carbon emissions. Dubbed Copenhagen, it became Nopenhagen, followed last year by Cancun, and again no comprehensive deal. The focus in Durban is instead on the component parts of what might one day become a deal. In 2015 perhaps, or so the European Union is proposing.
At the moment, if you add up all the pledges that have been made and compare them with where we need to be by 2020, we're about halfway.
In the meantime, harmful emissions are going up, while political will, especially in the developed world, has come down. The rich world has been hit by fresh waves of financial crisis, while the poor world continues to suffer the increasing effects of floods and droughts. The small island nations are sinking under a rising sea, and they're getting angrier at what are seen as tactics to stall a solution. In Durban, talk of a real breakthrough is gone. Delegates instead have two key goals. They'll try to extend the life of the Kyoto Protocol beyond 2012, binding developed countries, but not the United States, to reduce emissions while allowing developing ones like China and India to carry on developing and polluting. They'll also try to activate the Green Climate Fund to help poor countries adapt to the effects of climate change. Agreed in Cancun, the fund should escalate to provide $100 billion a year by 2020. So far, the coffers are empty.
The obstacles that we see coming up the most rapidly really come from a combination of resistance in the United States to take forward any kind of further action and a considerable complexity and nervousness around what sort of commitments developing countries might take on in the future.
Cutting back on carbon emissions is costly, and balancing the interests of the rich and poor has never been trickier. Climate summits aren't best known for calm heads and sensible discussions. Durban looks set to be no different. Jonah, Al Jazeera, Durban.